Oh my gosh, we're recording.
Yes.
Oh, and there's a surprise at the door. He's got good timing.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm gonna let him in.
Surprise, surprise. He knows stuffs. Just saying.
Come on.
He has connections. Just saying.
I'm not that important for surprise.
Come share with us.
He has connections.
Come sit.
Who is there?
That's gonna be Pedro in a second. Sit in the middle.
All right.
See, that this man has connections. A lot of connections.
Oh, doesn't this feel like a lovely family?
Wait, what?
A wonderful family. This
This
is a basketball family.
FIBA 3x3.
We should do 3x3.
With who? Playing against who?
Okay, us three versus Jonathan, Pedro.
And we're there.
In which region?
No, but who's gonna be their third?
Maybe called Betty.
Yeah, they could have Betty, or they could have Kelvin.
No, it's
No,
gonna
no,
be
no,
unfair.
no. They can't have Kelvin. No.
It's gonna be unfair.
Oh, they can have Ellie.
Why not?
Yeah.
Me, I started my courses in officiating, so
No, but we're playing the game. You don't get to
Playing the
officiate.
no, I'm done playing.
No,
What do you mean?
You
No,
play
we-
point guard.
I've been a champion for 3x3 back in the 60s.
Whoa.
In the 60s is crazy.
I'm a reincarnated version of.
Oh, okay.
But Pedro is frozen.
Pedro is frozen. And I wonder if that's our internet or his internet.
It's definitely ours.
Don't say that, because we have to record the whole episode.
Oh, all right.
I'm using on them. Oh, Pedro!
What up? What up? What up?
Oh, you look okay. I see you in 4K. That's what's up. So Jonathan was supposed to host this episode. And unfortunately, we started too late for him to host. Sorry, Jonathan, the beard. We love you, and we're sorry that we were late. So instead, I will be hosting, and we have a special guest, Marcel.
I mean, you know me. I'm not a guest. I'm the host.
Marcel taking the spotlight. What you
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, of course.
This episode is coming to you from Dakar, Senegal, where we are actually taking part in the content team for the WBLA, which is the Women's Basketball League Africa,
Indeed.
which started 6 days ago.
Yeah, 6 days ago.
So we're all together, and Pedro is missing. He could have been here with us, but he decided that he wanted to stay.
No. He actually decided right. He need to support the guy from Toronto now.
Hey, listen.
Hey, what you mean?
And I agree. I agree with you. I need that jersey, man. You know?
Hey, 24, Bruno.
I saw the picture, bro. Bro, you celebrated down there.
Because and then listen, it was like this. Every time I go and watch him play, he never plays. I don't know. I think I jinxed him. He never plays. Honestly, and he told me, "Listen, don't come anymore." And then a couple of games later, he plays. You know, like when he was with Rockets, I watched him twice. Didn't play.
Wow.
And then I went again to when he was with the Celtics. He didn't play. So yeah, I think I'm gonna watch on TV. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you the problem.
Hey, just the coach.
Oh, that's not him.
You the problem.
That's the managers.
It's the managers. Okay. Ooh.
Today's internet gonna be so funny.
Okay, so we're gonna have internet connection issues. I don't want to blame it on being in Senegal, but right now I'm gonna blame it on being in Senegal.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
I have great internet in my phone.
Okay.
So what's the problem?
So actually, what we're blaming is the hotel that we're in,
Thank you.
which is called the Onamo, which is actually a great hotel in Rwanda. It's wonderful. I don't know what the Dakar hotel is doing.
Uh-oh.
But
I mean, it's all right. Like
you like it?
the job we're making, all we need to do is sleep. As long as you have the bed in your hotel room, it's all right.
Okay.
Can't complain.
All right, let's get into hot topics of the week. Who would like to start?
I mean, I'm the guest. I can't start now.
Okay, go on then.
I can't.
You can't.
I cannot.
All right.
What you mean?
Or
What
what
you
are
mean?
we talking about? We're gonna talk
Hot
about Bruno
topics.
Fernando dunking on Giannis.
No, of
No.
course no.
Oh, hey,
That's
listen,
2
listen,
weeks
listen,
ago.
listen, listen.
We all remember.
No, but it's epic because he
It's
got
not.
dunked.
Hedge
Listen,
fund.
Giannis got dunked on yesterday by Gigi
Goga
Gigi
Bitadze?
Batum. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
No. He's got. Hey, listen. He's got to
Once
stop
again,
jumping.
Orlando made it tough on him, but he got him back. What
Let's
you
go
mean?
Magic.
I mean,
What?
Ah,
That's not
we're
the hot
gonna keep.
topic.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about hot topics.
What do you want to talk
my hot
about?
topic is going to be, well, we're in the WBLA, so
Of course.
our hot topic is going to be that.
Mhm.
For me, it was Sporting losing to CNSS.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, bro,
Mhm.
but name a player from DR Congo. No one can. CNSS came in and everyone expected the team to lose by 50, 60 points. I don't understand what I was watching. Every time I was looking at Marcel like, huh? Huh? When they won,
Yeah.
I was genuinely like, what type of juju has gone on in this place? But mad respects to CNSS because what they did was they came in and they've shown an improvement from last year's competition to this year's competition. One of the things they've done really, really well is their defense. If you watch how they move when Sporting gets into their set plays and they start playing their man-to-man defense, their help defense is so good that Sporting, even with all their high athleticism, and I would also say their pedigree in terms of their history in playing club basketball,
Yes.
they couldn't get through that defense. There was something that like CNS just kept yelling and screaming and shouting and hands. The stuff that you learn in primary school about the basics of
Stuff.
basketball.
Yeah.
That's what
they
CNS
play.
was doing.
Yeah.
CNSS was doing, and Sporting just couldn't compete with it, and that's why they lost the game. So to me, that's the hot topic of this week.
Yeah, I do agree because we've been here and talking about that matchup. It has been lasted over the last 3 years. We've been there back in 2022. They won by a landslide 30-point lead. Last
It was all
year,
blowouts.
yeah. Last year the same, but this year it's so quite different in many things. You look at Alexandria roster, man, like
Yeah, that's the thing.
there's so many changes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, CNSS, you keep learning from your mistake, and it's a constant improvement. You've been participating in that league over the past 3 years, so you have time to accommodate, know the teams you've been playing for, know the system. The coach didn't change the players as well. The only thing that they did is to implement shooting and defense in 2 new players, Bintu Dramé from Mali.
Mali,
Yes. And then they got an ex-former ASVille de Dakar player. That Senegalese.
I can't
point
remember
guard.
her name, but
Yes.
which has really helped actually.
Exactly.
With their offense has opened up now. So instead of them playing that rush game and just like jacking the ball up and seeing what happens, they're actually running plays where somebody is setting up. You're watching them screen and move. Their off the ball movement, a world of a difference from what it was in 2022 to 2023.
I mean, since 2022.
Yeah, since 2022.
Yeah.
So shout outs to not just the players, but the coach as well. Like every time I see him, I just want to give him a hug because he is, when we say somebody loves the game, he's someone who loves the game.
Of course.
He engages not only with the team as like, okay, this is my team, this is my country, but he engages with the players and understanding each player's individual strengths and how it best serves the team, and then keeping them as a united unit. And something I saw, I don't know if you guys saw it, it was the other DR Congo team is called
ASB Macomeno,
and they don't have a coach.
Yes.
So when they were playing their game, he was in the stands yelling instructions to the players. That's somebody who cares about their country. That's someone who cares about the game that they're playing, because he doesn't have to do that. He could have gone back to the hotel. He could have slept, but he said, "Nah, you guys are alone. I'm going to be there. I'm going to back you up." That's the type of coach you need in the African game. Somebody who will go above and beyond to show you that I care about my country. I care about these players. And it's a women's game. This is a men's basketball.
Yeah, it's a women's one.
Love him. I can't even remember his name. I feel so bad.
You can still have to look for it.
I'm gonna find it and then I'm gonna come back and give you a proper shout out.
Yeah, of
Who else
course.
wants to say that?
I mean, Deji, you have something to say about it? I mean, you
Yeah,
watched the game.
Maybe there is like the different turnovers between the players and the roster that they have. Remember last year they have 3 experienced players that play Afrobasket, as
Yep.
in Sierra Gillard,
Mm.
Fatou
Mhm.
Jan, who's playing right now with
Yassine
Dakar.
Dakar.
Yassine Job is not
Oh
there.
yeah, she's not there as well.
There is
Yeah.
a lot of additions that they had, and the substitutions that they had to those players aren't matching like the level of the other players. Maybe we got
But-
some inexperienced players, maybe,
Mm.
and young players like Okoro. So
Oh,
Yeah,
God, sorry. You like sorry. Let's take that back because if we're gonna talk about Nigeria, let's talk about them properly.
Yeah.
Okoro
mm,
has played in a World Cup. She's also played in an Olympics.
yeah.
She's not an inexperienced player. She's a good player. And if we're talking about Egyptian basketball,
Fellas, your internet is not.
you can't sit there.
Blame it on Senegal.
Okay, we're back. So to me, even with those changes, Sporting should have won that game hands down. Like I said at the beginning, you can't name a DR Congo player, but I promise you can name an Egyptian player.
I mean, we've been sleeping in those rosters, Liz, so
No, I don't. Even when you think about women's Afrobasket,
no, you can't.
exactly,
No,
DR
you can't.
Congo
You
isn't
can't.
there. Like,
Yeah. You
so
can't.
to me, it didn't make sense that even with all of these players and the players that they brought, it's not like you don't know their names. Yes, they're young,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say they're inexperienced. And they are well coached.
That's true.
The coach is a good coach,
I mean,
but it's not the same coach as last year.
no.
That's
a
another thing.
lot
actually,
of
yeah.
things changes, and for a team that wants to win, you still have to be consistent over time.
Yeah.
CNSS, if you look at that team, if you look at CNSS and Sporting, the major changes happened in the defending champs side. They couldn't replace Fatou Diagne. She's a big. They couldn't.
Yeah.
At the point guard position, they couldn't
Replaced Tiara
as well.
Yeah.
Destiny Pitts, she's a shooter. Now she's playing with Ferroviario, and they
she-
might go to the
yeah.
finals.
And then
And
they're
she's playing off the bench.
Yo, fam. Pedro, can we talk about Ferroviario for just 1 second? Your team came into this competition.
I mean, I have them in the finals against Harari.
What happened?
The camera dropped.
Oh, okay.
We're coming back.
Our camera just
We
dropped.
back.
Marcel got too excited. Just give us a moment. He hit our camera.
Nah, this is so inappropriate. But hey, for
That's
all the audio listeners, I recommend you to go to YouTube channel because this is golden, guys.
I'm just telling you, in Africa, you know what we do? We make stuff happen.
I
We
know.
didn't have all the equipment that we needed, but we're still here. We're still recording because in Africa, we make stuff happen.
That's
But what I
what's
was going to
up.
say about Ferroviario
Yeah.
is they came in with for me, like media day kind of sets a tone for a team.
Mhm.
And they came in smiles, bouncing, happy, ready to do all of the nonsense we have teams do for media day, just ready to play. And when I saw them in that first game, I was like, this is a team that we need to watch. Because not only are like Destiny Pitts is coming off the bench, that's fine. But the players are playing as a team.
Exactly.
Even if the coach isn't giving them instruction,
Yeah.
when they're calling their plays, everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Everyone is ready to contribute. Do you know it's when it comes to the ball going up, at least two Ferroviario players are going to get a rebound. They don't just stand in a lot of games. If you watch, they'll just at some point in the third quarter, fourth quarter, they start backing away. Every play, Ferroviario is there.
Yeah.
They're getting that
Yeah.
rebound. They want it.
And the one thing I noticed is that every time you look at the stat sheets, all of the
Different.
players who actually played scored at least a bucket.
I know.
And it's difficult to find the best players. For sure, you have Ingvild,
Mukwado, yeah.
Today
And she
you
played
got
in Angola,
actually,
so she learned a few things, you know.
and then you have Silvia Veloso. You also
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Annabella Cosa. She got
Yeah.
injured, but she
Oh,
finished with the
she's-
best score with 19 in 17 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
5 of 10 out of 3. Like everyone is participating in such a way, and it's beautiful to watch. So I just wanted to ask you, Pedro, how can you explain, I mean, basketball in such countries, Angola, Mozambique, like the way they influence um, people, player in such a way that you don't have a major MVP, but everyone is contributing their way.
But you know what it is? I think it stems from socialism. I'm not kidding. Our if you look at Angolan teams, even Bruno's in the NBA, when he plays with a national team, he doesn't score 30 points. You know, is we have a balanced scoring, and then and the thing about Mozambique is like I take my hats out to them because they kept, I mean, not so much on the men's side, but on the women's side. They got so many players in the States, so many players playing overseas. And I tell the Angolan girls, I say, hey, listen, copy them. You have you have Mozambican players playing in Spain. When the season's over, they go to Angola, play the playoffs. You know,
Mhm.
you have like a even Mukwado Ingrid. She's listen, I never met that lady. Never met that lady. I talked to her many times. Um she's so professional. That lady is so professional. She means business. She's always in shape. And the thing is, it used to be before. I don't know how it is now. Mozambique has been going through some problems, and you know what's going on over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
So
yeah.
so just the fact that they're doing like this, they're playing like this. Hey, it's to me it shows the heart from those ladies, and shows that despite what's going on politically back home socially, but hey, they're playing for the Mozambican people. And then Angola is a little bit different because it was political. Basically, like the Angolan government said, okay, it's going to be team handball, and it's going to be basketball. Female team handball, that we won the 16th African championship, and then men's basketball. In Mozambique, it was always female, always. You know, even from Clarice Mashangwana played in Portugal. Then she went to Old Dominion University, went to the NBA. She was the president of the federation. So we're witnessing like a country that they mean business, and they the beer, and they're all about basketball. And that, like them. I mean, I'm a little bit, because on one hand we got Italy Lucas, and the other hand we got for the reality. So it was like, hey, but hey, it is what it is. But honestly, it's a female basketball in Mozambique is not like, oh, something new. No. They're being
Yeah,
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 of
yeah,
course.
yeah. They've been known and they've been big in Africa.
Yeah.
Last thing I checked is that during the past 3 AfroBasket, Mozambique finished in the top 8, not to
And
mention in the top 5.
yeah, and you know what? They're always like, oh, Mozambique's not gonna play. There's no money, whatever. At the end, there's a
Yeah.
meeting,
Yeah.
and then there's a meeting. Money shows up. Sometimes there's no training camp, and they go. You know, sometimes there's no training camp. Girls are like, just hey, listen, hey, let's scrimmage, whatever. Hey, let's go and play.
And
Once
they
they lace
always
them
find
up,
a
it's
way
over.
to finish in the
Yeah,
top
yeah,
8.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah.
That just says to me though, if it was more organized,
Mm.
Oh yeah,
surely they would finish in the top 3.
I mean,
of
how
course.
can you how when you say organized
I-
in terms of off the court or on the
off
court?
off the court. I think on the court we don't have a problem.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
all
yeah.
seen Mozambique women dominate. And
Sure.
when you've ever been to an Afro basket,
Mhm.
I like to think I'm the tallest person in the room. And then I stand next to some of the Mozambique players, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Tamara said that
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, I
huge.
don't want to
Tamara
meet
said
you
it.
in the paint. Like, I just don't. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get shut down.
They're super strong.
They're so
Yeah.
physical. If she boxed you
Yeah.
out,
Yes.
you're going.
Lena,
in
yeah,
the room.
Lena Denver, and then Tamara said also. She's
Yes.
yeah.
Like they're beasts, and this is what I'm saying. If they organized off the court, I
Mhm.
think Mozambique is a real contender when it
Of
comes.
course,
to
of course, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
I just want to see them lift that trophy.
It would be so nice.
Yeah, because they deserve, like, it feels like they've been working their ass off like
Yeah,
to
be
reach
in there,
yeah, to reach that
put
level.
themselves in that situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one story about Ingvild? She is amazing. Let me tell you one story. She played for Inter. And then there's one girl named Kasia. She used to be a teammate, and she posted her highlights. You know, she posted her teammates' highlights. One Mozambican player that was in the States said, "Who's this?" Oh, she's a teammate of mine, whatever. Hey, send me more. I want to send it to my coach. Long story short, she sent it to the coach. The girl is over there in the States, killing it. This Angolan girl, killing it. Being recruited by Florida State, by like Baylor, by all sorts of big D1 schools. But just to say, I tell her all the time, listen, maybe if it was an Angolan girl, she wouldn't send the highlights. Because there's all this. No, I'm not kidding. There's all this hate on hate. But why would you hate your own? But like, yeah, the Ingvild is, hey, listen, she sent it. And then every time I text, I say, hey, listen, hey, thank you for this. And Kasia is an amazing player. She's gonna go places, but so this is Ingvild, obrigado.
But just to say, in terms of like women's basketball and the culture, yesterday Fatu got injured. On court. And this was like early in the fourth, I want to say.
Yeah.
Late
Late
third, sorry.
third, yeah.
And she had to be carried off. Like it was a proper injury. At the end of the game, Al Ali players came all the way across. They didn't have to come and check on her. It wasn't like a hey, good game. They came and talked to her. They asked her if she was okay, if everything was fine. Wow. They had a proper conversation. Not one, not two, the whole team. So to me, when we talk about like African basketball culture and women's basketball, there's love there. Like, yeah, we're rivals. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants that. But we as a group of people, we know what our ancestors suffered through. We know what we went through. So I think there's that thing in us that tells us, like, if we see another one of us hurting,
you breaking up. Uh-oh.
Help.
Not properly out. I mean,
we're back.
This one goes beyond sportsmanship, because at the end of the day, we're just humans. For sure, we want to represent our flags in those competitions. True. But the one thing I noticed is that during that action, former Sporting Club players are now playing in Al Ahly. And Fatu was playing also.
They were former teammates.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So this one, I mean, the connection that they built over time actually was the reason why. And it actually shows that we can still be educated and show these things to the next generations.
Yeah, but about the injury, I don't know if you guys, what do you guys think about it? Because she played in a championship and then won on the Brazil championship, and then take a flight to come here and then to play in the WBLA.
She played the day she landed, or the next day?
The next day.
She played the next day.
But I
knowing
think
that the level of competition
was high.
Was really high. So,
but I think that's also a problem with like women's game in general. We all know what happens with the W. You play in the WNBA, and then you have to come play Europe just to make a third of the bag that somebody who plays in a European team makes. So women are very used to playing 2 seasons. And I'm not talking like half a season here, half a season there. Full seasons. And being physically fit. When I say to people, like, to me, Diana Taurasi is the greatest basketball athlete ever. People are like, what do you mean? Just count her accolades. Just take a second and count how many medals, trophies, all of that stuff she's got. Then look at how she was able to get those things. How many seasons she's playing, where she was playing those seasons, how many World Cups, how many Olympics. Then come and tell me who can match what she's done. And that's a woman.
Nobody came to mind.
Exactly.
In all across sport. I mean, as in man and women's.
No.
Basketball, nobody comes to mind.
I don't see.
So when we talk about the women's game, whether you're in Africa or Europe or Asia or America, I'm sorry, women are working double time. We're doing double the work that a man is doing to get half the recognition. So for her to win a championship, get on a plane, and she wasn't flying first class. And the flight from Brazil to Dakar is not 2 hours.
It's 2 days.
For sure.
She got here, rested for the little time she can, got on the court, and then wins the game.
The game, yeah.
Come on. And then she gets injured in the next game. give her flowers and show her some respect.
I mean, for me, that's
mad respect for her, but I don't know if they manage well her minutes on the court.
Okay, but
That's
that's
the
not
thing.
down to her. That's down to the
I mean,
coach.
That's down to the coaches.
I mean, if I was the coach, the one thing I actually realized in this competition so far is that the people who brought you here are the people you should let play. If you know what I mean. If you look at it,
Okay, yeah.
if you look at ISVille de Dakar, of course, Fatou is bringing length, size,
Height.
Yeah.
height, defense, everything. But if you are, I mean, on the verge of the qualifications, you just have to play smart.
I agree with
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you see that you can go without in the
And
quarterfinals,
win. Yeah.
just let them rest
Properly.
so that
That's
you
my
can
take.
actually
Be ready
Be
for the
ready.
semifinals.
exactly.
That's my take.
Or the bird is against me.
The beard. Thank you for joining us. We're so sorry that it's so
Sorry.
late.
It's 3 a.m. here.
So we're talking about the WBLA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've
Uh,
seen some nice things happen during the past days. I mean, I saw when Italy Lucas gave a pair of shoes to that young magic
Jedica.
for,
So
for
And she
Jedica,
actually
yeah.
played the next game we did, and she scored 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
a game high?
I guess so.
For
Something like
Jalinka,
that.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was a
yeah,
game
yeah,
high.
yeah, yeah.
That's what we said.
Yeah, so that was the good what I saw. What I saw
Mm.
great.
And what do you
great
think
things
about the
that happened on
competition so
that
far?
some surprises, some nice surprises.
Some, huh?
Uh,
You were watching for the
uh,
downfall of CNSS, and now they in the
no,
quarterfinals.
no. I never, I never wish for a downfall. But what I was, the team that beat Sporting,
Still having
that's
his finger on.
CNSS, right?
Yes.
That's CNSS. Yeah, but that was the biggest upset, I think. For
Of course.
we
I
came
mean-
back from somewhere. Let's say from somewhere, not say from nowhere, but what they did was, it's nice because at least you see that the champions can fall at some point. Maybe
Mhm.
they came so saying, yeah, we're champions. No, that's a cold shower for them.
Like, but this one,
You people,
but you know,
you people.
you know, there's a fun fact. I mean, that myth saying that going three-peat is actually difficult. And the second thing,
Wait, it's not that difficult. Nigeria did it. Okay.
that's what's up.
Alright.
Still, the second thing is that in that game, I mean the third game against APR, 5 APR players actually scored the 74 points out of 12. 6 of them played, and still they were
Okay.
able to beat that team. Um, not to spoil, but we actually saw Alexandria training the day before. And what happened during that game? The coach actually expect that to come. So what they did during practice was defending the shooters and setting plays. Still, they couldn't stop them. And at the end, they lost by 2. Now they're heading back home. I mean, they're out of the competition. But for me, I wanted that team to at least be challenged in the quarters or the semis.
Yeah.
But going out like yeah.
But some
This
people-
early is.
Sorry.
No, it's a. I mean, it's nice to see that champions. You know, the competition renews with a new champion each time because it will be boring at some point if you have the same team
Yeah.
winning. You know, so that's the good point for that. Now we need to see who will be lifting that trophy on Sunday.
Mm.
This,
But you
Sorry.
yeah, but you know that game at some point CNSS actually made a comeback with 11-2.
That's crazy.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think, Pedro, like on paper, you cannot beat that team. You cannot beat Sporting. But at some point, Ketcham Bellu hit 2 threes, and the second one was a 4-point play.
So,
Man.
In 30 seconds,
Wow.
they did set the same play twice. They couldn't stop her.
Wild when you think about it.
Exactly.
Didn't the coach adjust at some point of
He-
time?
it- I don't
Yeah.
think it was. I think they came
But-
into the game complacent. I think they came in
True.
believing that CNSS
Yes.
isn't a team that I need to worry about.
Yes.
And then by the time they realize they need to worry about them,
It's
it's
too
too
late.
late.
Because
It's
I don't
way
know,
too late.
at some point
Momentum
that
was
you
shifted
can
already,
play
had
the
shifted,
opposing that you would have to face. So I don't know if their staff did a right game planning them or scouting the players, knowing that this
They
and that.
didn't do their homework. Listen,
That's-
you need to do your homework.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
team is playing Celtic and playing in JRC.
And you
Reminds me
know,
of last episode.
Last
Reminds me of last episode. Yeah, when we talk about respect,
Quite a lot.
about respect.
Quite a lot.
So I just leave it here.
No, you have,
I just
you have
leave
to
it
respect
here.
the opponents, no matter who you're facing on.
exactly. And Pedro, I don't know if you watched that game against South Sudan, Congo against South Sudan.
Mm.
In less than a month, I just saw, I mean, for the Congolese players, play defense with their size.
Stop it.
What you mean?
Like I'm telling you something.
Like what you mean?
Let me be clear. At some
Let
point.
him land.
You have Jordan Sacco, who actually, I mean, his teammates used to call him Devil, like Satan 2, which is one of the Russian,
Yeah.
rockets. I saw during that weekend they couldn't even go to the paint, right? I don't know what happened. I don't know if those girls actually watched that game.
they got
But it
inspired in
seems
the
like-
league.
But it seems like the fighting spirit came at a point where they started to trust more in themselves and the coach.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Caro, I don't know if you remember that post-game interview.
Yeah.
Ketiam Bellu, I mean, the point guard, one of the youngest ones, she actually said that the coach said to us, like, even though we practice, victory is going to come.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got some internet connection issues.
I'm just enjoying like seeing big upset.
Yeah.
But at the end of the game,
I think this is one of the reasons why we love basketball, though, because you just don't know what's going to happen. You
It's
go
not
in with
scripted. It's not scripted. You can't script
It's
it.
not at all.
Yeah,
You go in with an expectation or statistics or
Mhm.
like a history and believing like, well, we know this is what's going to happen. And before you know it, we were like, obviously we're sitting editing and doing videos.
Yes.
We both got up and went to different ends of the court. We were just like, because we don't know what's going to happen.
To take content.
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
exciting.
Fun
But you
fact,
mentioned
those
the
two
Congo.
gentlemen and ladies were saying like, which are the favorite teams again? Oh, I think the Egyptian team gonna make it.
Oh yeah, I
And
did.
you see what I mean? So
Yeah, I said
I know that personally, if I was betting on that team, I would be damn losing a lot of money in this competition.
And see, the best part of it is that next year, nothing is scripted, as you said, Pedro.
Yeah.
Like Al Hali, we know they did a good scouting. You have both Senegalese playing, I mean, in the paint.
Yeah.
And they're doing a
They're
really
doing
good
a-
job.
Yes.
They're literally, they brought them there
Mhm.
to get the ball in the paint,
Paint,
ball
put
in the
it back.
basket, and then block shots.
Dominate,
And
yeah.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
And they do it really well.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
True,
It's
true.
sometimes when I watch Egyptian basketball, it feels very militant. It's like everybody has a job.
Yeah.
You do your job well, and the whole team works as a unit.
Mhm.
But if one or two of you decide to go rogue, which sometimes that's what happened in sporting,
Yeah.
they went rogue,
Mm.
it doesn't work. And when you watch that in comparison to like a CNSS or you watch it MFM or even Ferroviario who's playing team basketball, you've got two or three different styles of play. And at any moment, it's like whose style of play wins out on the night. Because one isn't right and the other one is wrong.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah, true.
it's just different. Like who is gonna want it more?
Yeah.
Who's gonna put in that effort?
Yeah.
And then who's gonna make it work? And this is why this competition is really fun.
It is.
And I have a question for Joe.
He really said that he was gonna host this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
What you mean? Back up his points.
I have a question for Joe and Pedro. If you actually saw those teams, if you have the choice of coaching one of the 12 teams, who would you choose and why?
Good question.
I would choose Ferroviario.
I
knew he was going to say it.
Come on, Lusophone Africa. We got to stand together. We got to unite. You know, we're a minority. Come on, man. You guys trying to like go French, English. Nah, man. Nah. Come on, man. Listen, we're 5, and then we only play basketball with 2 of us. So might as well just
Fair.
Okay,
All
Cape Verde, they don't really women's basketball. They're not very So, and then Guinea-Bissau, nothing. São Tomé, nothing. So it's Angola, Mozambique, and a little bit of Cape Verde in the women's game. No, but I would do it because you know what? Because these girls are highly experienced, and they played in so many different leagues. Some played in the States, some play in Europe, and then they go back and play in certain African champions. They go to Angola and play, and then we know them. And so it's kind of I don't know if you remember, like because Angola there's only 2 teams basically, Agosto, the Primeiro de Agosto and Inter, and then Mozambique they do a little bit like the same, but then you have Ferroviário, they have Beira, they have, but then sometimes they get some Costa do Sol, they get players, they get players from them, and then they listen, we're gonna go to that competition, get 1, 2, 3, come and join us. Let's go. Buddy system. So they don't do like in Angola. Only once that happened. Cristina Matiquit played for Inter one time. But normally they don't. Hey, you're on one team. You guys are rivals. You socialize a little bit at a national team level, but then club level, you're apart. Mozambique, they don't do that. It's come on. It's like in order for us to have a chance in a continental level, we got to go with a best squad possible.
Best squad.
There you go. But so they do it like that. And it's I will coach them. Or APR because I will coach Italy.
I thought he was gonna say that.
Which one?
No.
APR.
Can you imagine? I
mean, they would be a fun team to coach.
Yo, this is a secret I have.
Okay.
This team is trash.
Hey.
Yo.
Shots were fired.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. Hello, they gone. They're back.
When I say the team is trash, it's not to insult them. Like, sorry guys, but I saw that team play on paper. That team is nice.
True.
You have interiors, you have shooting, you have playmaking, you have a little bit of everything to win.
You have stars.
Stars, yes. But the lack of defense. The lack of defense. One thing I noticed is that when they played against FBA, the former champs of Côte d'Ivoire, FBA was leading by more than 19 points. The assistant coach, I saw him, he was mad. He actually yelled at the main coach and he actually said to him, let them out. Let us play our girls.
It's true.
They went to a 12-0 run.
With the local girls?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
And I think that's my problem with APR is they've got real stars in their team. Shout out to Brigitte Nabushaka. I'm a big fan. I love you, girl. But he hasn't played them, or he doesn't want to play them. And I understand you paid I was gonna say imports, but you're paying your imports a lot of money. But at the same time, we talk about this all the time. The girls that got you to this position are
the one. Yes.
So play them because they know what they're doing. They've been playing these competitions. True. But for some reason, as soon as we get imports, and I think this also happens in the road to BAL, it happens in the BAL, and
national team too.
national team as well. As soon as you get a new shiny thing,
he feels himself hurt. I know that feeling.
As soon as a new shiny person comes, it's like you forget all the work that was put in by the people that came before them. And I think that's a major problem in club basketball.
True.
Actually, this one happened for ABC, but we're gonna talk about in another.
That's another episode.
Yeah, in another, because I have details, guys. I have details.
I told you guys.
I have details.
He knows.
Joe can
You
actually
can't just say
testify.
that. You can't just come and say that. You need to.
No,
go
today,
full in.
Joe, you
All
and
in,
I,
let's go
we're
all
gonna,
in.
no. You and I, we're gonna talk about women. Today is Women's Day.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about women.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I mean, Joe, if you are the coach of that team, are you going to let the import play more, like they did win against Sporting, or will you do the same against the
what team he would coach?
Oh yeah. Go with that one first. Among the 12.
Okay.
So
If
Ferroviario is out now.
Okay, if I had to coach, I think I'd coach CNSS.
Interesting.
You know, it's not that
Controversial.
yeah.
Why?
I mean, it's matching Jonathan's energy. See,
Unexpected and powerful.
it's matching Jonathan's energy.
Let us know why.
So we have the pool of players that they showed that they can make a difference at any point. Okay, but I'll take it to a sentimental level. Let's just say that, because if anyone was betting on any team to beat Sporting, it was not. No one was expecting that it would be CNSS at this point.
I mean, the
Okay?
win
So
is a win.
I really wish I could be in the coach's head the moment they won that game, just to know how he lived that, how he what emotions went through the guy.
Joe, he was crying though. At the end of the game, he was crying.
I feel it's cool. You beat the champs.
I'd like to be a mouse to be in the bus when they were going back to their hotel to see what they were doing. How that's so many things, that you want to see to live with a team. So that I'd take that team for
Yeah,
for
I
that.
mean, you actually only the weakest team like this,
But they have hurt.
giving the first loss in 2 years. They were 15-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yes. 2022 when they won, they went 7-0. 23
Yeah.
7-0. This year they won one, their first game against FBA, of course, and the second game it was
Giving me Warriors 2017 vibe.
like I mean shout out. And actually you guys are right in such a way that the team that needs to be coached by you guys is actually complete. If you know your players' strength and weaknesses, you can actually fit in order to win.
Can I make a different choice?
So CNSS out,
Yeah.
Ferroviario out.
So mine is. You're gonna think it doesn't make sense, but yes, I'm Nigerian, and I'm not saying this because I'm Nigerian, but I just want to make something clear. I would have wanted to coach Customs if they'd come.
Oh,
Customs obviously had the option to come, and they did not for whatever reason. I think, even though MFM won, I think Customs is a better full-rounded team than
compared to MFM.
Compared to MFM,
Yeah,
and therefore, I think they would have been a bigger threat in the competition.
of course. You saw them last year.
Exactly.
But this year, I mean, I thought you were about to choose MFM just because of
Nigerian.
of that team. No, it has nothing to do with Nigeria or
Are you
whatever.
sure about what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm sure, and I will let you know why. In the qualifier, they big upsetters. Like they've been traded by more than 20, and at the end of the game, themselves winning.
Oh,
See,
They're a comeback. They're a team that knows how to
come back. Exactly.
But I think it, and this is why like zonal qualifiers, I don't think are a very good test to like what the actual competition is, because you can be king of zone 3, you come to this competition, you ain't shit. Because guess what, zone 6
what
is
are
bigger
you
and badder than
saying? You're joining the league?
No, I'm just saying we have to be honest. And we talked
true.
about this when it comes to the road to BAL and like the actual BAL.
Yeah.
You're king of your castle until you meet someone who's got bigger castle than you. And unfortunately, MFN was king of that castle. They came here, and I think coming here, Customs would have been a stronger bet. Okay. I think because they have history in the competition, but also they would have brought a different style to the competition and would have been able to compete at a higher level, to me.
I have a topic for you to prepare for the next time.
Oh, thanks.
Like,
producer.
I mean, how much time do you need for a team to come on site of the competition and prepare? Because this one is important. I saw that with Cameroon under 18, they finished on the podium, both boys and girls, and they've been 1 month or 3 weeks before that competition to happen.
Really?
But
yes.
But this is why you have training camps. This is why you have camps and stuff. I think when you come to a competition, it's not good enough that you arrive 1 or 2 days before, and then you just start playing.
And MFM and Custom actually was supposed to come the 6th, the start of the competition, and every time it actually happens, like they postpone the schedule for the team that arrive late, and at the end of the day, you are jet lagged on the courts.
Yeah, true.
Deji, Ferroviario out, CNSS out,
and
MFM or / Custom.
I will coach Al Ahly.
Really? Oh yeah, that makes. I thought you were gonna pick out the car.
I'm not good like that. I'm not like that. I'm not good like that. You know, the thing with Al Ahly, it's a well-balanced team. If you see what I mean. They got great guards. They got guard depth.
Yes.
They got great force that can shoot, and the interior presence is like really, really.
I mean, you have Senegalese, so and Senegalese. Yes,
I think that they made a great scouting report to get to those girls, because Dirigan, as you might know, she played with the national team on the World Cup qualifiers at Rwanda, and she did really great. She was averaging something like double-digit point, like 15 points, just after Ciara Dillard. And she was like a really pain presence. She's a good slasher, good offensive rebounder girl, and she's putting it back in the hoop. And she played ball. I can tell you that she's a hustler. She's a hustler.
Yeah.
And you need that on the team.
Yeah.
And the thing with Ahly, you got 2 of them.
Yeah.
On the same front court.
Yeah.
So how is what you have to do as a coach? I mean, you can set your plays and let the offense run. It's always written out in like you stretching the floor, playing a little 2-man game between you and your bigs. Either you shoot it, either you drive and kick out and you shoot it. As long as you miss, you know that you have a 50% chance to get the offensive rebound and a putback. So
that's fair.
A really complete and balanced team. So I'll crush them. I will have to do nothing. I would just like sit down
and then
name the players that go ladies, have fun.
effortlessly winning, huh?
And you?
It's gonna be tough. I mean, I wanted to pick Ferroviario. I just want to follow my bro. Yeah. So Ferroviario out, Al Ahly out, CNSS out, and
you have friends.
MFM.
You got friends basketball association.
The power of friendship, and you Ivorian.
It's friendship.
And you Ivorian.
No, wait.
Ivorian. What you mean? Like,
I mean,
Ivorian.
I just want to play my Joker card, but
the power of friendship, don't forget that. And I'm wearing your jersey, your country jersey, by the way.
If I have to choose, not only FBA, but I'm quite hesitant between FBA and Reg.
I feel like Reg is gonna blow up in their faces.
No, I mean, Reg. It seems like they actually missing a closer, just to close games. And FBA, it's like a little bit of CNSS and Ferroviario. Why? They have that team chemistry. See? And this is actually the only reason why they went neck to neck against
APR.
no, first game Alexandria,
Yeah.
but they didn't have that energy to finish the last quarter.
They struggled.
They bounced back. They actually rely on the chemistry to win by 5. And then CNSS, like out of nowhere. I mean,
the power of friendship, my guy.
yeah, the power of friendship. But yeah, I'll definitely pick them just because of their team chemistry. And sometimes basic basketball actually wins games. You don't need to do much. Like if you skill enough, like Bell, crossover, step back, hitting a 3,
Guys,
boom.
I love
wait.
that was smooth.
Wait, okay.
You watched the game?
We watched the game.
Marcel was coming up. Do you guys get the highlights? That was crazy. Nah, content team was super fun.
Can I say
She's a
something
highlight
about
machine.
the Rwandan teams? And I think it's something that maybe we discuss behind closed doors, but we never want to say out loud. Rwanda's got money.
They do.
So they spend their money on imports. And what happens is, and this happens in Reg 2, it's not just an APR problem. To me, what happens is they come into these competitions and then they play their import players, and those players get time to shine. Those players were already shining. That's how you knew about them.
Yes.
Because they were doing well.
Yes.
And instead of playing a system where and I don't want to say using, it's the wrong word, but the import players are facilitating your homegrown talent to improve their skill and take them to the next level. Instead, it's the other way around. And your homegrown talent facilitates the your export players. And therefore, the top scorers of the competition or the MVPs of games become the exports instead of your natural players. And with APR, I think it can be frustrating to watch because, Bell is great. Lucas is great. Shayna Pellington, she's also great. And I love watching them because they play with style and finesse, pizzazz. They've got that star power. They make a bucket and they give you the energy that you need for the camera. That's great. But how are the APR players learning? How's Brigitte learning?
Yeah.
Brigitte is an under 16 dominance. She's an under 18 dominance. She also in the Rwandan league won something else, and now she's been on the bench this whole time, as if she hasn't been a baddie from back in the day. Now you're treating her like your side chick. It's to me, it just shows a lack of respect.
Yeah, it's unfair.
It's unfair.
I mean, if you're the coach, you can. I mean, I don't want to support the coach, but in terms of high stakes, you just need to put your best guys.
I'm sorry, but there's games where you can have 2 imports and 3 natural players, and you would still be fine. It's you not doing your scouting report that tells you that you think you're worried.
I mean, but that's the reason why assistant coach are there. And I actually gave my respect to the assistant coach. Like, he wasn't afraid. Once they took that time out, all of the locals were in. And they went to that 11 to 12, 13 zip run. It was nice to watch, and actually gave them the ability to trust more in themselves.
Give them momentum also.
Yes.
And it's very important.
Yeah, but can I just come up with something? Sometimes it's not even about the coach. Sometimes the powers that be,
Beyond the
coach. Of course.
Sometimes because they'll be like, okay, I'm paying this girl 5 times as much as the other one. Why is she, because why is she? Sometimes even in a contract, hey, listen, you're gonna play 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we can't, there's politics and everything, sports should be the highest meritocracy, but it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. We see time to time, hey, listen, this player, unless or this girl that you said, Brigitte, right? She's gonna dominate in the Rwandan league.
Yeah.
Once the other ones are gone. It happens in the States. Look who qualifies the States for the World Cups. It's all these G League players and this and whatever. LeBron says, "Hey, I want to play. Should I play? Yeah, Bronny, Savannah, we good? Okay, let's go. Let's go to Paris."
Bronny, I better not see Bronny at World Cup.
What you
I
mean?
better not see him.
He's
to
good.
What's he coming here to do?
He's good. Playing
no, no.
basketball. What you mean?
Come on, come on,
let's
come on,
go
come on.
Lakers.
We were like hyping up Zaire Wade, man. Please,
Oh.
man. Don't talk about
Oh my
don't
God.
talk about
He has
Bronny.
the
Bronny's
BL
legit.
2023
He
to
will never
23.
let Zaire Wade live. You just won't let him live.
We've been starting that podcast like we're in episode
What's
4.
the reason why we started the podcast?
That's
because
the thing,
of Zaire
because
Wade.
of Zaire Wade. Episode 4, he mentioned Zaire Wade in episode 1. He wasn't there in episode 3. That's why we didn't hear about Zaire Wade.
Oh my God.
No, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, but poor Bronny, man. You know, like, and then I keep telling my, even I tell my players, hey, stay away from these short girls. Listen, look at LeBron. Kid is like, he's 6'9", kid is 6'2". Look at Jordan. He's 6'6", kids are like 6'3", 6'2". Look at Magic. Oh, Magic got that tall, whatever.
Yeah.
But still, hey, if you do like the Chinese, they get Yao Ming, and they get the Yao Ming's dad, and they get the biggest female basketball player. There you go. You got a monster.
Sorry. And this is my time to advertise that I am still looking for that match. I'm happy to do genetic breeding. I'm 6'1". I figure if I get 6'9", our son or daughter is gonna be like 6'10". We're going to the W. I'm just telling you. So I just thank you so much for setting that up for me. Call me. I'm right here. Now back to our regular recording.
Think about it, because you might have some Wemby project athletes, Nigerian jollof rice, whatever, build like Giannis Antetokounmpo. So you got great genetics. So just to add a little bit in the advertising.
But he's been getting dunked on, like, all that muscle. Anyway, but hey,
everybody getting dunked on.
I
bro.
know. Hey,
not like this. That's why you want to mention.
Like this.
That's why you want to mention. Not like this, though. Joe, you're in the best position to let us know, like, how politics affects the clubs. I mean, looking at those contracts involving big money and leaving the local players on the bench. Like, one of my colleagues actually used to say that your time can come. I mean, for sure, it will be your time to shine. But while you're still on the bench, you still have a role to play, which is cheer. But at the end of the day, if you don't have minutes, it can turn to a mismanagement or anger or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, how can you describe that issue, and if you have any ideas to resolve or boost bench players to hope for better days? Is it?
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah. I didn't hear you. It froze.
Oh, I was questioning you about the issue about import players and leaving the local one on the bench. Like, what do you think about it, and what advice can you say?
Advice. I've got no advice to give to coaches. But what I'd say is that,
Please precise. My country is well covered in data and internet. It's
yeah. So I mean, I'm a fervent. I'm a strong. I'll always defend locals, because it's the people that help you get there at some point. So you can't just bench your players because you have 2 or 3 imports. I'm totally against that. But again, that's only my point of view. I've got no advice to give to any coaches. It's just that I'd rather see my own people shine than people from elsewhere shine on that. So that's maybe I'll give the imports the time to play. But I'd like to see the locals on the court. They were the ones that fought for that pod, so give them the time to play. So that's my take on that.
All right. I mean, we just hear, and then we will watch exactly what will happen next. Like, I don't have any problem with that, but I just want to stress on the fact that local players are here for a reason.
chances.
Yeah.
Equal chances.
Yeah.
it's always like that. I mean, we've been talking about it since the insertion of the BL. It was like, yeah, it's a new league, so you need new players. But come on now, it's like been 5 years from now.
And more details are coming.
Yeah.
Man, more details.
Okay, I'm gonna take over now. We need to wrap up the
This is our
episode, so
hype
I
man.
would like everyone to.
This is
I would
our
like
hype
everyone
man.
to say who they think the top 3 people on the podium will be. I don't need the order. Who you think will finish in the top 3 of the WBLA 2024?
Started with me. Oh, what a pleasure. So I want so bad Ferroviario to win, to lift that trophy. But I mean, let's just be realistic. Al Ahly number 1, Ferroviario number 2, and then let's be crazy. FBA on the 3rd place.
Okay.
Don't explain that. Let's go.
So for me, not in the right order, but I will say Al Ahly and Iceville the Dakar and APR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pedro?
Mine is in like a real order, and I will be like Ferroviario, APR, and then I will go with Halali. But yeah, it gotta be true.
Is that the order you think?
Yeah.
Or just the 3?
No, it's the order I want.
Oh, the order you
Yeah, not what I think. It's what I want.
the order he wants.
If
Yeah.
it is the order we want, I will definitely choose Iceville the Dakar to win.
Yeah, I mean, I could be. Listen, I've been good with predictions. Don't get me wrong. I'll tell you later.
All right, the bid.
In any order, any given order, Dakar, Al Ahly, and Maputo. I'll go with Maputo.
Okay. Mine, no order. Al Ahly, Ferroviario, and Reg.
This is an order, definitely.
No, it's.
The way you said it,
The way you said it.
I was just saying it. I'm not saying it's an order.
but hey, y'all not picking CNSS.
No, because I don't think that. Well, anyway, thank you so
Maybe
much for
2030.
listening.
Maybe.
Thank you so much for listening to this special episode coming to you from Dakar. We might do something after the finals. It depends on how late it finishes and if
no
we can
bridges,
get
if no
everyone
bridges,
together.
if no bridges fall again.
If no bridges fall again. Pedro doesn't believe us, but this really happened.
I'm going to tell everybody. Listen, we're supposed to record at 10 p.m. right? And I asked, is it 10 p.m. African time? Because now they're all in Africa. And then, yeah. Mind you, we started recording 11:58.
But I told you.
But then they were called. No, with 10 minutes. They were like, with 10 minutes from the hotel. I was like, okay. An hour passes. I was like, where you got? Oh no, a bridge fell. So he sent me a picture with daylight. The bridge. So it was kind of like, no, for real. It was like, I know it's nighttime in the car, and he sent me a picture. Everything is like with a bright blue sky, and I was like,
what you wanted to do? What was it? But I don't know. We wasn't at the bridge. Yeah, come on, man. I told you, like, on my defense, he asked me like, it is daytime or African time. I said I don't want to say African time to kind of like tarnish our image of what people are in it and ours. But yeah, you definitely know that it was
no, because it was like it was 11 o'clock at night here, 10 o'clock over there. He sends me pictures probably like noon. The bridge. And I was like, and then when they say, "Oh yeah, the bridge fell," I said, "Yeah, my dog ate my homework." But it's all good. It's all good.
Guys who are watching the YouTube video, I'm gonna put a video of us walking through the streets of Dakar with all of our stuff to get to
Yes,
the
please.
Down
That was
Hotel.
yesterday, not today. That was yesterday.
Yeah, he said it's not today.
She actually run like
Oh, yeah.
in
I did some running.
100 meters.
Got
So thank you
Okay,
so much for listening to this episode. We appreciate you. It's really lovely for us to actually all be together, and hopefully one day.
I mean, the team is complete now.
Okay. He's doing too much, guys. He's doing too much. Way too much. We're gonna have to kick him
Because I have much
This is a job
details.
interview.
Okay, next thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a job interview. Talking about basketball, we've got deep secrets. Players not get paid.
Give the
Oh.
mic.
You know what's crazy is he came here. He said to me, "Oh, I'm gonna come and do 5 minutes. Like I'm gonna do a 5-minute guest and then I'm gonna leave." Why is he sitting here giving us all the stats from the competition? Like he was there doing the stats. No, I'm not interested.
I mean,
Your 5 minutes.
I'm no, that's 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay, there you go.
10 seconds more.
Okay.
It was me. The pleasure was mine. See you guys in the next
Next time.
episode.
Yes, sir.
All right. Final thought. The bid. Let's go.
Final thoughts. Keep playing the ball. I mean, that's the only thing I can think about. It's 3 a.m. here. It's 4 a.m. So I can't really think about it.
Okay, guys, it's time for us to go. It's also everyone needs to go to sleep. It's midnight here. All right. Bye. We're gonna end this recording. This is a mess.
Bye.
Oh. All right. Thank you, everybody.